All M.Pharm students come.
students से लोग देखते ही पाएंगे और बायोटेक में कुछ ये ना
तो सारे स्टूडेंट का कोথায়
मानिक तो আছে मानिक তো স্যাম্পল নিয়ে গেছে আর শারদ আসছে
সুনন্দা আর আমার স্টুডেন্টরা কোথায়
ওরা স্টাডি করছে
ওদেরকে স্টাডি কনসেপ্ট করে ক্যামেরা নিয়ে উপরে আসছে তুই জিও ট্যাগ তুলবি আর ওকে মজুমদার স্যার এসেছে CIPTM Bulgarian should have taken 9
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, this is the intro part of this. Can I add this? Because this one is very short. At least for 20 seconds. But
এটা এটা আমরা দেখেছিলাম, এটা না পোস্টারে সাইজ ছিল, আমাকে কালকে জিপেটা পাঠিয়েছিল, কিন্তু এইটুকুই আমরা ফ্ল্যাশে রাখবো, বুঝেছিস তো? তুই একটা এখানে থাক, আছে তো? হ্যাঁ, লাইভ আছে তো?
আচ্ছা ম্যাম, শুনুন, আপনি যেটা বললেন
এবার
প্রথমে
তারপরে এদের একটা ফটো
না না ও সব ফটো তো তুলে নিচ্ছি মানে আপনি যে ভিডিওটা
পজিশনগুলো এগুলো ম্যান্ডেটরি ফটো, মানে ওই
আমি বলছিলাম এটা যেমন শর্ট ভিডিওটা নেবো এমনি নর্মাল জিও ট্যাগ কিছু না
তুই সব জুটে
আমি ভিডিওটা জিও ট্যাগ
ভিডিওর যে ইমেজ শটের ছবি জিওট্যাগ, আমার ছবি জিওট্যাগ,
ছবিটা জিও ট্যাগে তুলছি আমি যে ভিডিওটা করতে বললাম যে এটা তোমার ভিডিও করতে
আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ সেটা কি নরমাল।
প্রথমে যেমন এটা আসছে এই এটা থিমটা এখান থেকে শুরু করে 17 সেকেন্ড পর্যন্ত একটা ভিডিওটা নিয়ে এলাম
তবে আমি যখন ফার্মা
তখন আপনাকে
উইথ দ্য স্লাইড।
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে
আচ্ছা আমি যখন স্পিচ করতে
এবার আমি আপনাকে করে দিচ্ছি
কোঅর্ডিনেশনটা কি রকম হবে বলে দিচ্ছি। আমি যখন বলবো ফার্স্ট ইমেজ এখানে বেটার চলেই গেছে এখানে আছে দেখি কোথায় আছে
A very good morning to all. With all my heartfelt gratitude and great privilege, we start a good day as we welcome you all to the inauguration of Pharma Anveshan 2026, a celebration of innovation, research, and excellence in the field of pharmaceutical sciences. This event reflects our commitment to this journey in advancing knowledge and fostering scientific curiosity among budding professionals like all here. Today, we also pay our tribute to the 124th birth anniversary of Professor M.L. Shroff, the father of pharmacy education in India. This day is also being celebrated as the National Pharmacy Education Day all over India. It was observed every year in the 6th of March to honor his immense contribution as the pioneer of pharmacy education in the country and contributing in establishing a formal pharmacy education in India, especially at various Hindu universities, which we all know has right now got the IIT grade. His visionary efforts laid the foundation for modern pharmaceutical education and continue to inspire generation of pharmacists and researchers. As we begin this event on this day, it was being observed by Pharmacy Council of India to celebrate this day within the time frame of 6th of March till 20th of March, and we choose this day to honor his legacy by striving for innovation, integrity, and excellence in the field of pharmacy. We believe the Pharma Anveshan 2026 will be a great success, becomes a platform for new ideas and meaningful collaborations. On this occasion, we also like to pay our great respect and pour our deep-felt love to our founder and pioneer, Professor Dr. Rabindranath sir, who had also laid the founding stone of such a great academic empire, where we all became a part of the bigger family, known as the CIPT, Calcutta Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Allied Health Sciences. So, next, we are like to call upon all the dignitaries. Welcome you all, my respected principal sir, research director sir, all our guests of honor, Dr. Shobina sir and Mr. Shunandu Jana, all my dearest faculty members, beloved students on this platform. So, I would request you all to first come up for paying the great homage to the founder member and our birth celebration of Professor M.L. Shaw. So we request you all to come up and do the first we make the celebration on the start of the auspicious event. After paying our great reverence and homage to Professor Emil Schrock and our founder and pioneer, Professor Govinda Devran sir, we would like to proceed with today's event. I would first like to call upon on the dais our principal sir, Professor Venkatesh Perumal sir. Sir, please come on the dais and take your seat. I will request our research director sir, Professor Amy Hanushi Rao sir, to please come on the dais and take a seat. I will request our vice principal sir, Professor Shubhamata Majumdar sir, to please take the seat on the dais, and I will request our volunteers to please escort our guest of honor for today, Dr. Shormila Nath Madam, to please escort her to the dais, and Mr. Shumanta Jana, please escort her to the dais. Sorry, Shumanta Mujumdar to the dais, sorry. Next, I will request our principal sir to first felicitate our guest of honor for today, Dr. Shormila Nath Madam. For his giving us this valuable time and coming from leaving our clinics to spend a wonderful time with us and giving us a great motivation on this occasion. Thank you, madam. We really love you for giving us this time. Next, I will request our research director, Sir Professor Amy Bhanuji Rao, sir, to welcome our most beloved alumni as well as Mr. Shumanta Mojumdar, who is coming from ND Pharma, to felicitate her because he will also give us valuable insights from the industry. So I request our Professor Amy Bhanuji Rao, sir, to please felicitate our beloved alumni and Head of Quality Assurance from ND Pharma, Mr. Shumanta Mojumdar. Thank you. Now request Principal Sir to please come up on the dais for the welcome address on today's event of Pharma Anveshan 2026.
Good morning. Yes, guest of honor, Dr. Sarmilana, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacology, in Sat Chandra Subbaiah Medical College, Ulunduriya. Our beloved alumni, Mr. Sunanda Majumdar, Head of Quality Assurance, Maintain Pharma, Research Director, Vice Principal, HOD of various departments, faculty members, and dear students. Firstly, I welcome all of you for this August gathering. So we are celebrating this program in the memory of Professor Emil Saraf. He is considered to be the father of pharmacy education in India. Once pharmacy was not a recognized discipline, he laid the foundation for a structured pharmacy education in India. It's not limited to the academics, but play a pivotal role in shaping professional practice, strengthening the role of pharmacists in healthcare. So, with these few words, I welcome once again all of you for this August gathering, and request the students please make use of it, because one of the guests from hospital and another guest from pharma industry. So I should say he's your big brother. He's one of the alumni. So please utilize this platform, especially those who are in the final year. So after this semester, okay, you'll be going to face the challenges. So I hope he will guide you regarding this. What are the challenges? Okay, you need to face after your completion of your graduation. So with this, once again, I'm welcoming you for this August gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I will request our Research Director, Sir, Professor M. Bhanuji Rao, sir, to give his valuable speech on this occasion.
Respected Principal of CAP, Professor and guest announcer. Today's guest speakers, Dr. Sandana, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacology Selection, Vegetable Jai, Medical College, Liberia. She is, I think, visiting for the third time, as I understand from her. She has been associated with us on various occasions. So it is, I welcome her. And we have other guest speaker on this occasion, Mr. Sunanda Kunda, who is the Health Department of Quality Assurance, Mandang Pharma, Calcutta. So this occasion is to commemorate the birth anniversary of Professor Mahadevlal Sharaf, who is the father of pharmacy education in this country, and he is rightly called the father of pharmacy education. I think though he was not a pharmacy graduate or from a pharmacy background, but he realized the importance of pharmacy discipline, and in 1930s, precisely 1937, he urged the Vice Chancellor of BHU, Pandit Madan Malaria, to start pharmacy discipline in the university, and that's how the first full-fledged pharmacy course, B.Pharm, 3 years course at that time, was introduced in 1937. And subsequently, 1940, M.Pharm program was also introduced. And Professor Mahadev, as a faculty in BHU, served as this department, and subsequently he moved to BITS, Pilani. Again, he started, and he was also associated with Jadavpur University. And that's how the pharmacy education spread over the country, which has taken birth in BHU. And today we have more than 10 pharmacy institutions in the country. So under the aegis of Pharmacy Council of India, we are celebrating this National Pharmacy Education Day, which falls on 6th of March, that is the birthday of Mr. Sharaf. But yes, as per the, I think, directive of PCI, we have these celebrations can be organized from 6th to 20th. And today we had hectic various activities in the college, including the examination. So today we have assembled here to celebrate the National Pharmacy Education Day. And a part of it, we are organizing a seminar that is redefining pharmacy practice in the era of precision medicine and smart drug delivery systems. I think it's actually selected for this seminar, and we have renowned eminent speakers for today's program, as I told Dr. Samila Madam, Associate Professor of Pharmacology, and we have our alumnus, Mr. Vishnu Mazumdar. So I think they will be speaking on the particular topic. So I think we have the pharmacy practices have been evolving over the past. I think this particular this decade, very I think there is a lot of advancement and which I think and I think we have to uh, update our knowledge to adopt to this advanced that is technologies like as we know we have smart drug delivery systems such as targeted drug delivery systems, monoclonal antibodies, nanoparticles. These are all smart, that means they are responsive drug delivery systems, whether pH responsive or temperature responsive, particularly in case of cancer and other diseases complex systems, where precisely the drugs have to be selected to suit the depending upon the genetic profile of an individual patient. That is the precision medicine, which improves the patient compliance, reduces the side effects considerably, and optimizes the therapeutic outcome. That's the precise meaning of this seminar. So I don't want to take the time, and we will be very happy to listen to our guest speaker on this topic. And as Mr. Sir, like we told, we have to update our knowledge, particularly the students from our eminent speakers. So I welcome all of you to this celebration of National Pharmacy Education Day to commemorate Professor Anveshan's birthday, and I pay my heartfelt tribute to the father of pharmacy education. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful speech. Next, I would request our Vice Principal, sir, Professor Shubhabrata Majumdar, sir, to please speak on the session and also introduce the topic of this year's Pharma Anveshan 2026.
Good morning, respected principal sir, respected research director sir, respected madam, our beloved student, my MPharm student, Sunanda Majumdar, who has acquired respectable position in pharma industry. And it's very nice to share the stage with a student, our alumni, who has acquired a reputed position in industry. It gives us being a teacher. This is our fulfillment of being a teacher. So thank you everyone. As the name given, precision medicine and smart drug delivery. Already we have entered into the decade of smart drug delivery. Several smart drug delivery already being introduced into the Indian market. Forget about the foreign market. And next decade will be the precision medicine, personalized medicine. I was discussing with Sunando. I was asking, you tell me the reason why paracetamol since last 200 years people were taking 500 mg of paracetamol and they get rid of fever. But rightly, particularly after the corona era, why the people are taking 650 1000 mg of paracetamol? It doesn't come under the antibiotic category, so that it will gain the resistance. Then why the people are taking 650 mg of paracetamol? So these are the things need to be only be successfully handled by the precision medicine, personalized medicine. Already most of the madam will know it better. Most of the anti-cancer drugs are being distributed given by means of personalized medicine. There is no as such drugs for the cancer, rather the drug regimen for the cancer. So already you have entered into the smart drug delivery. Lot of smart drug delivery systems have been introduced. Recently, yesterday, one of my friend, he is the FND head of Johnson and Johnson Asia Pacific. Yes, yesterday he has posted one thing that first time psoriasis single dose medicine they have introduced, right? So these things already introduced. Can you believe people are taking medicine years together to get rid of the psoriasis? Now they are coming with a single dose therapy of psoriasis. So the days are coming when the smart drug delivery will be our bread. So it's a national topic for today's discussion, and I hope both the speakers are sufficient enough to deliver the relevant talk. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for introducing the team. So the Pharma Anveshan 2026, redefining pharmacy practice in the era of precision medicine and smart drug delivery, highlights a transformative shift in the modern healthcare from one-size-fits-all approach to personalized, patient-based genomics and data analytics, and it enables the pharmacists to tailor the treatments for improved efficacy and safety. With this, we like to end our inaugural session, and I will request all our dignitaries on the dais to please take their seat before we start on with the scientific session. Thank you. Can I have a volunteer for the speech from the committee members? Shankar sir, can you please come up on the dais for arranging the speeches for the scientific session? Or you can also be here. So first, we will start our scientific session with Dr. Shormila ma'am. Let me first introduce her, all its credentials. Firstly, our society is highly grateful for all her clinics, what she has practiced all through these years, but still we need a brief introduction about her to know for all the students and all our stakeholders who are here at the moment. Dr. Shormila Nath is an associate professor of pharmacology at Sharat Chandra Chattopadhyay Government Medical College and Hospital, Uruberia, West Bengal. She is having over 26 years of total teaching and clinical experience, including 14 years in anesthesiology, 12 years in pharmacology, UG teaching since 2006, and PG, that means postgraduate teaching experience from there. Dr. Nath is actively involved in the academic and professional activities. She is the member of Medical Education Unit, NEU, former Joint Secretary and Treasurer of the Indian Pharmacology Society West Bengal branch. She is the subject editor and reviewer of multiple scientific journals. Her research contribution has been a breakthrough in clinical trials on death-free imaging in spinal anesthesia and its role, studies on antibiotic usage, medical education, concept mapping. She has been an excellence in this domain. So overall, with 50 plus research publications in the clinical domain and all her expertise being a pharmacology, education and clinical research and being an antimicrobial stewardship, we will welcome back on this platform. So to chair the session, I would like to call Professor Shruti Bagchi Madam to please chair this session 1 with Madam, and I will request our Shobhina Madam, Dr. Shobhina Nath to please take the dais for the presentation along with the chairperson.
Chairperson, you have to Shruti Madam.
तार का ये करो, तार के थोड़ा साइड में करो.
Good morning, everybody. And first of all, I'd like to extend my thanks to respected principal sir, respected director, research sir, and chairperson, and I'm so much obliged to get this
Ma'am, उन्हें जब
opportunity
explain कर दो
to come here and speak a few words about actually, let me be very
Yes, ma'am,
frank
that
with
is.
you. I'm not so much conversant with this drug delivery system. My field of expertise is with the clinics one. So what I thought that today maybe it will be better. I have come here to not only to speak but also to listen and to learn, isn't it? So I thought maybe it will be better if I focus on precision medicine rather than smart drug delivery, which is a very small part, which will be a very small part of my deliberation. So with this, I hope you will not mind with these few words, I'll start the presentation. So let me start with a personal experience. One of my relatives, as you know, wherever we go, we have to face problems of patients. So one of my relatives, she is a female one, she came to me. I was in an invitation, and she came to me, and she was working in a multinational company. She came and she said that I'm not being able to sleep for so many nights. I have a lot of work. I'm under so much stress. Can you give me something? So what I thought, as we give Zolpidem, that you know is a very short-acting sedative, and it is appropriate for this type of people. So I prescribed her 10 milligrams Zolpidem. I had with me, and I asked her to buy the rest. Then after about 15-20 days, I thought I'd get a feedback from her. So to my surprise, what she said that I stopped taking it because after taking for about 1 week, I saw that I'm not being able to concentrate on my work. I'm feeling sleepy throughout the day, and so I have to stop taking it. I was very much taken aback. Should not be the case. So then I started searching through the papers. What I saw that in 2013, FDA came up with this safety communication. They advised using lower doses, 5 milligram for women patients. They also advised 6.25 milligram sustained release tablets for females. So this is one thing that put my mind at ease. My mind at ease. Now, when we teach the undergraduate students, we teach them about hypertension. And all of you know about the clinical guidelines of hypertension that is followed by European Association as well as American Heart Association and also by India. What we teach them is for young adult patients, HC inhibitors and ARBs are the first line of treatment, excepting in African Americans. What about the elderly patients? In elderly patients, we give calcium channel blockers. Why we are avoiding AC inhibitors? This is again another situation where you see the age is controlling the choice of a drug. There are various factors because we have this. Now, another thing you see when we use drugs for surgical prophylaxis. There again, cefazolin is an antibiotic, as you know. Cefazolin we use for prophylactic in cases of surgery to prevent surgery-induced sepsis. So here again, obesity is playing a role. Here they have advised using larger doses for obese patients whose BMI are more than 30 or more than 120 kg. Coming to some other instances, you see here in cases of clopidogrel. What is clopidogrel? Anti-platelet drug. So here it is a prodrug. It gets activated by CYP to C19. Some people they have reduced amount of CYP to C19. This is a single nucleotide polymorphism. So what will happen in these patients? Clopidogrel will not get activated. So we will not get the action of clopidogrel. Now, you all know about warfarin that is used in liquid thrombosis. So, it is an oral anticoagulant. Here again, the vitamin K redoxide, epoxide reductase subunit complex. This again plays a role, and there may be altered sensitivity to warfarin. Another very important factor is in HIV. Whenever we give AVA, we have to check the HIV because you see there may be even fatal toxicities if we use abacavir in this patient. So we have to go for other drugs. So these are some of the examples that we can face in practical life. So you see, one size does not fit all. So we have to be vigilant about what drug the patient is taking. Not only that, what drug I am prescribing according to the patient. Individual differences are ignored. Just research said about paracetamol, then deadly consequences. As you have seen in cases of abacavir, there may be even death. and economic burden. Because you see, as the morbidity is prolonged, there will be increase in the hospital stay, and there may be other adverse effects for which the patient might have to get admitted in a hospital, and even work loss days. So all this will lead to financial loss. So it is far more important to know what person the disease has rather than what disease the person has. Now, these are some of the factors influencing the drug response. I have used the word drug tailoring. So when we go to a tailor to get our dress fitted, he has to know our measurements, isn't it? So before prescribing a drug, we have to know about what factors control this drug disposition in the body. So one is omics. Omics, you all know, we are very familiar with this word. Omics means it is nowadays we go for multi-omics, that is proteomics, then the transcriptomics, the RNA structure, genomics is very important nowadays. Smart drug delivery, most of the time we are concerned with genes, and then metabolomics, it's a small molecule metabolites, all this. I will like to introduce you to somewhat unfamiliar term, that is parsonomics. Parsonomics, this term was introduced by Z. Jaeger in I think around 2015. So what does parsonomics include? This includes the other factors that we often we are not aware of about or we miss. This is the lifestyle, how the patient has been brought up, what is the socio-economic status, what is the cultural beliefs, what is not only that, what is his or her social support also. All these play a very important role in the pharmacotherapy. So very short, I'll just go over this slide. Proteomics, you know, targeted cancer therapies, you all know, in breast cancer, we take samples, we see whether the cancer tissue, what type of receptors it is showing, ER positive or HER2 receptor positive. In case of HER2 receptor positive, we go for trastuzumab. Then in some Alzheimer's disease, again, we are using only the drugs which we can use after the disease onset, but in the early stages, in order to delay the dementia, these drugs, monoclonal antibodies, this clonazepam, lecanemab, all these have been approved. Then, in cases of drug resistance, this is one of the examples. We can use lecanemab plus capecitabine or trastuzumab, where the breast cancer is resistant to trastuzumab. Transcriptomics, that means the RNA study, it can also help in the identification of the cancer biomarkers, gene signatures, all this. Metabolomics, predicting the drug response, like a patient who shows high level of serotonin may show aspirin resistance. So, কোথায় আমরা aspirin খুব কম ডোজে দিই, যেখানে this might be very important in cases of cardiovascular diseases. Now we use low dose aspirin. Then tailoring cancer treatment in cases of isocitrate dehydrogenase mutant gliomas or AML, we can use this ivosidenib and emaciclib. Mitigating adverse effects also, predicting the toxicity of immunotical. Here we can avoid the adverse effects which can even cause high degree of mortality in the patient. Then leveraging gut microbiomes. Now, as you know, gut microbiota is playing an important role in almost all the diseases. Gut microbiota, it is a villain. So here again, Enterococcus faecalis and peripheral metabolism of levodopa. If there is increased number of Enterococcus in the gut, it has been seen that peripheral metabolization of levodopa is increased. So we have to use levodopa in Parkinsonism in a larger dose. So what is omics? So here this is in short how we are applying this therapy, like targeting this in Alzheimer's disease, amyloid precursor protein. I've already said biomarker discovery. We are using the predicting serious cutaneous adverse drug reactions. Carbamazepine, we do the HLA 1502 study. Then predicting the the adverse immune responsive adverse events. Therapy optimization, optimizing the drug selection, like I have told you about trastuzumab, with dosage selection, and also tailored treatment plans and genetic resource. These are important for clinical trials. Now coming to parsonomics, which I want to highlight. See, personalized medicine does not always involve spending lots of money and going through lots of intricate inventions. These are very simple things we can keep in mind. You see, behavioral patterns. Suppose you have come across a chronic alcoholic or a chronic smoker. Particularly in case of alcoholics, there is enzyme induction CYP2E9 or 2E1 that will increase the hepatotoxicity with paracetamol. So these are simple things that we can keep in mind. Environmental factors. Nowadays due to burning of plastic, maybe in our garden, it will bring about many harmful chemicals like dioxin. It has been seen that this dioxin causes influx of cisplatin in cases of breast cancer. So this element is very important. Psychological profile of the patient, whether he is depressed or how he will actually, if the patient is too much depressed or anxious, the adherence is hampered with. Then social support. I told you it plays a very important role. Like we have seen that in cancer patients, if the family is very supportive, the patient is he will follow the treatment protocol. He will have improved quality of life. Life circumstances like PTSD or no economic realities. These we have to follow in every step of our life. And health beliefs. Health beliefs এর মধ্যে খুব কমন। ডাক্তার এই ওষুধ দিয়েছে খাবো না, ডাক্তাররা বেশি বেশি ওষুধ দেয়, অ্যান্টিবায়োটিক হয়তো দিনে 3টে করে খেতে বললাম, 2টো করে খেয়ে ছেড়ে দিল। So these also we have to keep in mind. These are some of the factors affecting the drug action. Now I have already told you the background of measurements tailor নিয়ে নিয়েছে। এবার he has to work, he has to cut his cloth according to the measurements. So what we have to do, this is personalized medicine that is targeting the right drug, right dose for the right patient. So here we have to keep in mind about the genomics, the data science and pharmaceutical innovations. So first we have to gather a lot of data. কোথেকে data পাই এখন আমাদের data পাওয়া খুব সহজ। কারণ Fitbit, all the variables patients are using, continuously data flow আসতে থাকছে. So AI is there, we are getting a lot and lots of data. So we have to store that data and we have to go for predictive testing. তাহলে একদিকে আমার disease থাকলো, একদিকে আমার data থাকলো. Now we can match them and come to a optimized outcome. So why now we are getting so much concerned about personalized medicine? You see, in summary, we can say that soaring development cost. You are pharmacists, you know very well how much money goes behind a drug coming to the market. So, and the companies, they are competing with each other continuously. So, আমাদের টার্গেটটা সবসময় হবে কি করে কস্টটা কমানো যায়। And market pressure. Many of the companies, they are come to the patent cliffs, patent শেষ হয়ে যাচ্ছে। এখন তাদেরকে অন্য কিছুর দিকে যেতে হবে, innovative and smart drugs, so that they can survive this competitive market. And not only that, we have to keep the important stakeholders in mind. আমাদের সবচেয়ে important stakeholder কে? Patient. তাহলে পেশেন্টরা এখন গুগল ডাক্তার, পেশেন্টরা কিন্তু সব জানে, আমাদের আগে তারাই বলে দেবে। So they will want personalized, or nowadays we have come up with the term individualized medicine. ওরাই বলবে, ওরাই এসে আপনার কাছে চাইবে। So we have to think about them. So recent advances are AI and big data, as I have said, multi-omics integration is there, next generation sequences and sequencing and liquid biopsies. These are really very helpful in cancer chemotherapy. Then pharmacogenomic system is also there where we can get a lot of data and targeted drug development, which was today's topic. The tailored drug formulations. We can formulate drugs, particularly these are being done in cancer chemotherapy because there's a lot of money involved in cancer treatment. So we are going for different types of targeted drug delivery system of which nanoparticles and these are very important. Liposomal drug delivery, always we are going for. In silico and drug repurposing, these are been studied in COVID trends. Then going focus areas are the non-oncology applications like in asthma or chronic diseases, hypertension, diabetes mellitus. Lots of precision drug therapy is being done in this area. Environment and lifestyle factors, as I have already told, and public-private partnerships. Today from the morning we are talking about this. I am working in a government hospital. We have certain limitations. And you are working in a private hospital, private institution where you have many opportunities, many things which we do not have. And it would help us very much if we could have a collaborative work. আপনারা এখানে অ্যানিমাল স্টাডিটা করলেন আমরা ওখানে হিউম্যান স্টাডি সো দিস টাইপ অফ কোলাবোরেটিভ ওয়ার্কস উইল হেল্প আস টু proceed in pharmacological aspect. I will not go into details about this because this will not be of interest of you. These are some of the genes that will help in guiding the metformin dosage therapy and sulfonylurea is used in diabetes. So in psychiatry also a lot of work is being done and asthma. So what are the challenges? The first thing that we hear is কি প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জ কি মনে হবে অনেক কিছু আমরা জানলাম শিখলাম কিন্তু প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জ ইজ মানি সবাই সবসময় জেনেটিক স্টাডি কোথায় করব ইন্ডিয়াতে অত স্কোপ কি সি money is something that we know, but you see, if we go for precision medicine, একটা পেশেন্টকে আমি ড্রাগ দিলাম তার কাজ করলো না কি বেশি কাজ করলো তার 10টা সাইড এফেক্ট হলো তাকে আবার ভর্তি করলাম this type of trial and error this is again causing a wastage of money and time all the resources so ultimately প্রথমটা হয়তো আমাদের একটু খরচ হবে তারপরে we can go forward আশা করি আস্তে আস্তে এই ছোট obstacles গুলো we will be able to overcome and data privacy and security concerns proper encryption confident will ensure confidentiality of the data limited access to the genomic databases so what we can do India as a developing country we can collaborate with or we can get data access from the developed countries we can share platforms and regulatory uncertainties. For this, our government has to come forward and help us. And so emerging solutions are AI-driven cost reductions, expanding telemedicine access, evolving regulatory frameworks, and blockchain for data security. Not only that, I also want to emphasize that সবসময় omics is not the answer. Parsonomics also we have to keep in mind. সবসময় হাজার টাকা খরচ করার কোনো দরকার নেই so these are some of the developments in India and so with this I come to the end of my topic although I know I am not compliant with the actual topic that was given here but I thought I am more actually it will be more easier for me to focus on these clinical areas. Thank you so much for patience here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for such an insightful talk on precision medicine. Your topic, drug tailoring, need of the hour. Your talk was very innovative and you started with several examples highlighting the need that one drug, one therapy can't be for everybody. You highlighted on the challenges that are faced like individual differences, deadly consequences and economic burdens. You highlighted on the factors that influence the drug response, specifically the different omics like genomics, proteomics, and metabolomics. But at the same time, you also highlighted on personomics, which is a very important factor and which can actually help us in reducing the drug costing if we just rely on those specific points. And I would also like to thank you for your practical, optimistic viewpoints and solutions, because you have highlighted on a very important part which many of us actually try to ignore, or which, if taken into account, can actually help us move forward in this personalized medicine area. And we would also be looking forward for your collaborations between your work and our institute. And Madam, I would like to thank you for such a insightful and up-to-date topic. So now I think the stage is open for question from different sections.
Yes. I'll request from the faculties first and the students for the question on this session 1 by Dr. Shomika. From the students first, from the back. Could you follow what ma'am said? So please, you can interact. Anything you want to ask, not related to the presentation also. You can ask anything to ma'am, right ma'am? They are free to ask anything about your pharmacy, related to pharmacy. Anyone?
Hello. Good evening, ma'am. My question is, what is the role of AI in research drug? Research drug. What is the role of AI?
Actually, AI can do a lot here. It can, precision drug means where we get the information, as I said, about the drug, we have some information. And about the patient related data, like here again we can, like reverse pharmacology we can go. I can take the example of one of the works done by Loba madam. We can suppose just an example. We see some hepatotoxicity with a drug. তো প্রথমেই আমাদের বড় বড় কিছু করতে হবে না, you just gather data which patients are suffering from hepatotoxicity, because you see when a drug comes to the market, সেই কোম্পানি তো এমনি বার করেন, সে ফেজ 1 ফেজ 2 ফেজ 3 সব রকম ট্রায়াল করে ড্রাগটা মার্কেটে এনেছে। তো তারপরে যদি দেখা যায় হেপাটোটক্সিসিটি হচ্ছে, তাহলে কোথাও তার মানে এটা সব পেশেন্টের নিশ্চয়ই হয়নি, কিছু পেশেন্টের হচ্ছে যেটা পোস্ট মার্কেটিং ট্রায়ালে ফেস করে আমাদের চোখে আসছে। তাহলে if we can gather the data about that which type of patients are having this particular toxicity, then we can go backwards. We can see if there is any like lifestyle factor changes, হয়তো কোন পার্টিকুলার ডায়েটারি হ্যাবিটে বেশি হচ্ছে, সেই ডায়েটের সঙ্গে এই ড্রাগটা ইন্টারঅ্যাক্ট করে হচ্ছে, or there is some genetic problem. So here AI can do a lot. Then after we have decided that এই একটা genetic, যাদের এই genetic data আছে তাদের মধ্যে বেশি হচ্ছে, এবার I can go for drug designing also, where again AI plays a very important role and it will reduce the time period, সেটা কোম্পানির পক্ষে প্রচন্ড প্রফিটেবল হবে। তারপরে after we have done it, we can get the data about efficacy also, adverse effect, pharmacogenomics, genomics or pharmacovigilance also. There also AI can play a lot. So AI is making our work easier, but we have to familiarize ourselves with AI.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you?
My name is Ritesh Kumar from 3rd year. B Farm.
Anyone else from the students? First you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Somati Joy from 1st year. Ma'am, I have a question, little bit different, but I want to ask that nowadays we are seeing that hypertension is being covered in normal generations like us, 18 years old, and why is it so common right now? And after Corona, we have seen some kind of blood clotting from going on. And another thing I want to ask, sometimes in some diseases, when we try to diagnose it, the doctors couldn't find the right why the disease is going on. So can pharmacy help in the diagnosis part of that?
About your first question, I'll try to answer. You see, many factors are playing a role. Here, number one is the stress factor. Now, the young generation, they are exposed to a lot of stress. That is causing some problem. Now, what dietary habits? Dietary habits, you see, we are exposed to a lot of junk food. যেটা আমরা বলি। Junk food, what it is causing, you see, we in hypertension, what we say, known খাবেন। Known may come in different forms, not only তোমার পাতে কাঁচা নুন, what you are taking from the market, supermarket, preservative wala je খাবারগুলো, pizza, burger, even hidden salt is there in many, যেখানে mention করা থাকে না কিছু, but it is there. যে কোনো খাবারের জন্য আমরা বলি প্রিজারভেটিভ ওয়ালা খাবার খাওয়া কিংবা ইনস্ট্যান্ট খাবার, এই জিনিসগুলো খাওয়াটা একদম ঠিক না। তো all these are gradually over the time, একদিন খেলেই কিছু হয়নি, আস্তে আস্তে আমাদের সিভিলাইজেশন আমাদের মানে তুমি তো অনেক ছোট, আমার বাচ্চাদের থেকেও ছোট, কিন্তু আমাদের যে পূর্বপুরুষরা ছিল তাদের তো এই জিনিসগুলো হতো না, ম্যানুয়াল লেবার অনেক বেশি হতো, খাবারের একটা, তারা জাঙ্ক ফুড খেত না, তারা জানতো যে কতটুকু খাবার আমি কতটা নুন খাচ্ছি, তাই না? কিন্তু এখন আমাদের ফুড হ্যাবিট পাল্টে গেছে, আমাদের ওয়ার্ক কালচারটা পাল্টে গেছে, ইভেন বাচ্চারা তাদেরও they are exposed to a lot of stress. So all these things are continuously playing a role in shaping our disease or pathological conditions, I think. আরেকটা কি বলে জানো, ওই ডায়াগনোসিস কেন করা যায় না? ডায়াগনোসিসটা দেখো, this is human anatomy is something where 2 plus 2 does not always lead to 4. So সেখানে আমাকে সব রকম অপশন খোলা রাখতে হবে, সবকিছু আমাকে, ডায়াগনোসিস involves a lot of things, like I said, not only omics but also parsonomics. So keeping all these things in mind, we have to proceed, and of course pharmacists, they have a very major role to play, কেননা তারা হচ্ছে অনেক সময় the person of first contact. আমি একটা গ্রামে আমি বড় বড় কথা বলছি, আপনার কিছু হলে ডাক্তারের কাছে যায়, তাহলে ডাক্তারই যায় না, হয়তো সপ্তাহে একদিন যায়, তো কে যাবে? আমার দরকার হলে, আমার যখন কোনো ইমার্জেন্সি প্রবলেম হবে, আমি গ্রামের আমার ওষুধের দোকানে সেই আমাকে প্রথম এ করবে, কিংবা কমিউনিটি ফার্মাসিস্ট, নট অনলি ইন ডিসপেন্সারিজ, ইউ হ্যাভ আ লট অফ ওয়ার্ক ইন কমিউনিটি অলসো, সেটা ইফ ইউ ফলো ইউ ক্যান ডু আ লট। আপনি অনেক সময় আমরা দোকানে দেখি, গিয়ে বললো যে জ্বর হয়েছে, ঠিক আছে দুটো অ্যামক্সিক্ল্যাভ খেয়ে নি, দুদিন খেয়ে নি, ঠিক আছে, জ্বর সেরে গেল, কাশি সেরে গেল, আর খেলেও না, ঠিক আছে, চলে গেল। This is again causing antimicrobial resistance. So এই টাইপের অনেক জিনিস, there you have to be vigilant, you have to be aware, and not only that, you also have to be energetic about how I can play my role in the community. That is very important. আমরা যখন very unfortunate, অনেক সময় ফার্মাসিস্ট ইন্টারভিউ নিতে যাই, যখন প্রথম কোয়েশ্চেনটাই হয়তো বললাম যে তুমি কি ভাবছো, তোমার ফিউচার হোয়াট উইল বি ইওর রোল ইন দ্য সোসাইটি, আমরা দোকানে ওষুধ হ্যান্ডেল করব। No, you have much more important role in society to play. Be aware of that and impose that on the society, what you can do.
Ma'am, I have a question. Actually, you have highlighted on personamics. Out of that, specifically the psychological profile. So, ma'am, how would you like to relate? As per the disease that are reported presently, there is a very much predominance of different types of diseases. So that with the psychological profile of us, this generation, what we call millennials and Gen Zs. So I would like to know your viewpoint on this.
Gen Z, I think, in one sense, very positive. because they are aware of many things, particularly about psychology. I have found what I have seen, they are very aware, and whenever they are having any problem, particularly related to psychology, আগেকার দিনে তো আমাদের খুব stigma ছিল যে না বাবা আমি যাব না. Nowadays they are going for counseling even in trivial matters. And you know about the psychosomatic diseases. So many diseases are exaggerated, or some are even related. Asthma, it is a psychosomatic disease. Often it is started in some stressful condition. তো এই জিনিসগুলো যদি তারা প্রথম থেকে অ্যাওয়্যার হয়, তাহলে আমার মনে হয় অনেকটা সেক্ষেত্রে আরো মানে স্নোবলিং থেকে অনেকটা হবে. So this is one thing, and besides this, society আস্তে আস্তে অনেক কমপ্লেক্স হয়ে যাচ্ছে. আমাদের এখন we have multitasking. Always we are particularly females, women. We have to multitask. So that is we are under a lot of stress. That we have to মানে আমাদের যারা তার সঙ্গে ম্যাচ করতে পারে তারা ভালো করে পারে সবকিছু. যারা পারছে না they are giving up. So that is again a very important.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam, good morning. Thank you for your valuable discussion. And my question is, you are handled by the amlodipine, and maybe you are using the safe drug for the pregnant woman also, and the pediatric, the geriatric patient also. But calling use of that amlodipine also giving the ankle edema. How do you treat the patient by using the amlodipine when they are suffering from the ankle edema?
Thank you, sir. Amlodipine, unfortunately, ankle edema caused by amlodipine does not have any treatment. Diuretics are not a treatment here. So what we do, if possible, we will reduce the dose to some extent. But if the patient is suffering a lot, we have no other option but to go for other drugs, not calcium channel blockers, because there are a lot of antihypertensives nowadays. So amlodipine is not the only one. যাতে কম ক্ষেত্রে এতটা হয় যে পেশেন্ট হয়তো হাঁটতেই পারছে না, মানে এত পা ফুলে যাচ্ছে যে সেখানে we don't have any other option. And in pregnancy actually we do not use, we use labetalol or other alpha beta blockers we use. So but amlodipine is a very common drug in elderly patients particularly. Amlodipine along with diuretics we use. SN meters ওখানে খুব একটা ইউজ করি না because of potassium, increases the potassium. So উপায় নেই কিছু, সেরকম খুব ইয়ে হলে আমাকে অন্য ড্রাগে চেঞ্জ করতে হবে.
Thank you. Okay.
Anyone else from the audience?
Thank you, madam, for accepting our invitation and your experience. Actually, we could see, so we are in the allied health sciences. So, as a clinical point of view, we discussed so many things. So, regarding collaboration, just continuation of our morning discussion. So, from CAPT, okay, actually, we have informed pharmacology, as you may be aware. So, we have full-fledged animal house, like CPC, SA, approved animal house. So, we are working with small animals, including rat and mice, as well as zebrafish. So, our informed students throughout the year, they are working in these animal models, and they are publishing a good papers. Even yesterday, one of our BPharm students, this paper was accepted with 5.2 impact factor. This is BPharm pioneer students. Yesterday, one paper has been accepted on pharmacology department. Yeah, so likewise, BPharm students also they are publishing in good impact factor journals. So I agree, as a principal, I will be very happy. Suppose we come with some proposal, so we can have a collaboration in the CAPT. So this is regarding collaboration. And regarding this topic, I have a small question. For example, in personalized medicine, we say anti-cancer drug. So anti-cancer drug means it is well known for its toxicities rather than its efficacy. So maybe in that case, personalized medicine may be more suitable. For example, in other instances, for example, hypertension or diabetic, the people have to take the medication throughout their life. So in such scenarios, personalized medicine can be a useful tool. What's your opinion?
Yes, sir. Actually, I intentionally avoided anti-cancer because it is something. Whenever precision drug therapy comes to our mind, cancer comes to our mind. Lots and lots and lots of work are being done about anti-cancer drugs. But I wanted to focus on other chronic diseases, like I told about diabetes, very common. In India is a diabetic capital of the world. So here again, if we can use metformin is a number one drug. How some patients are resistant, some patients are not showing much improvement with metformin. Why? Then what we have to do? From the beginning, if we can, if the patient, we can predict that this patient is not going to show response to metformin, we can go for other drugs from the beginning. So these are some of the things that are coming up in asthma also, as I have said. Whenever we teach asthma, we teach about beta-2 agonists and all those things, antimuscarinic agents and all. But some of a subset of asthma, they have been found to be they are less T, that is T helper cell predominant. Their neutrophils are playing very important role. Now, nadarixin, all these drugs are coming up. So, in this set of patients, this other group of drugs will work, but beta-2 agonists will not work in these patients. So, these things are coming up. So here again, precision drug therapy is very, very important in nowadays, as we are more and more narrowing on the success of our therapy. Just একটা লিখে দিলাম পেশেন্ট এক মাস পরে এসে বললো না আমার কাজ করছে না অ্যান্টিবায়োটিক্স একটা দিলাম আবার আমি বললাম ঠিক আছে এটা পাল্টে দিলাম আবার এক মাস খেয়ে এসো আবার এক মাস পরে এলো তার কন্ট্রোল হলো না তার থেকে তুমি প্রথম থেকেই ভালো এই পেশেন্টের এরকম ডায়েটারি হ্যাবিট এরকম লাইফস্টাইল বা ড্রাগ আইটেম এমএনসি তে কাজ করে তাহলে তো আমি বলতে পারবো না তুমি কাজ ছেড়ে দাও তোমার হাইপারটেনশন কন্ট্রোল হয়ে যাবে I have to adjust myself what therapy I am giving. So I think precision drug therapy will play a very important role as I have said individualized drug therapy.
Thank you so much, madam. So I would request, I hope anyone without any questions left over, I think then we can end the session. Okay, last Mom will ask the question. Okay.
Ma'am, as most of them are suffering from obesity in our country, so what are the major steps that we can take to control it? And for example, the medicines, for example, GLP-1 inhibitors, so all the treatments are safe, or should we take a better diet or have a shift into medicines for a good healthy lifestyle?
Ozempic is the magic bullet now, isn't it? So celebrities are using it. But it's not a drug that came to the market for obesity, it came for diabetes. What is happening is that due to this use by so many rich people, not common people, rich people, you have to pay almost 25,000 rupees for 1 month treatment, semaglutide. So what is happening, at the end of it, diabetic patients who need them, they are not getting, they are not able to afford these highly costly medicines. So, and Ozempic was not for obesity, it has a lot of side effects. So, I would ask not to go for drugs. There is no magic treatment. Obesity is a lot better if you do exercise, but একদম হাড় ভাঙা exercise করতে হবে না 150 minutes of working every week. করলেই ঠিক আছে খাওয়া দাওয়াটা একটুখানি ঠিক করো. You don't need anti-obesity drugs like that. And it causes a lot of muscle wasting. দেখেছো করণ জোয়ারের চেহারাটা দেখেছো তো কিরকম হয়েছে ভালো লাগে এখন আমি তো মনে হয় আমি পাচ্ছি. So this is not going to solve the problem. Acting fix society সেটা বুঝবে তাই না? Hopefully.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So with this, we would like to end the session, first session of today. And I would request Professor Shuki Bakchi, ma'am, to kindly hand over the certificate to Dr. Shormila Nath, madam, for this wonderful session. And really, it was a need of the hour talk. So that's how we like to share with all our daily life activities how the pharmacy profession can imbibe into all your cells and blood. We are the pharmacists. Thank you so much, ma'am. We will go for a short tea break. So here we are all set for the session 2 of today's seminar. So, as we are continuing with the Pharma Anveshan 2026 theme, that is redefining pharmacy practice in the era of precision medicine and smart drug delivery. We are on the session 2, where we have as our speaker and guest of honor Mr. Shunando Majumdar, who is the Quality Assurance Head of Mending Pharma, Kolkata, West Bengal. He is also an alumni and our beloved student who have been in incredible positions all through the industries. Now, I would like to give a short, brief introduction about his key experiences and insights on this journey. Mr. Shunando Majumdar has been our M.Pharm student in pharmaceutics from the Calcutta Institute of Pharmaceutical and Technology. He's been the Six Sigma Green Belt certified, 15 years of experience in both production and quality assurance. Organization was previously engaged in Cadila Private Firm in Ahmedabad, Apotex Research Private Limited, Bangalore, Freshness Kavi Oncology in Kolyani, and currently is serving as the QA head in Mending Pharma in Kolkata. It's my great fortunate and glad enough to welcome him on this platform and have a direct interaction session with all of you so that you can come up to him not only as an industry person but also as your brother, as our beloved student, with all your queries, with all your doubts regarding this profession where you can scale up. So I will request Mr. Shunando Majumdar to please come up on the dais and a big clap from the audience to be with us. And I would like to call our chairperson, PG Guide or Supervisor, Professor Shunando Majumdar sir, to please chair this session for this occasion. A big clap for the
একদম
So, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I want to give my gratitude and pronouns to all the respected teachers presented here. I feel nostalgic as I am students of this renowned organization. It's like a temple for me. So people are coming from this organization called CIPR. So I want to ask before starting my today's topic, how is the choice of the all CIPR? Good. That's the spirit I expect from students coming out from the CIPR. Okay. So now I want to come in my today's presentation. That is the redefining pharmacy practice in the era of precision medicine and smart drug delivery. First of all, I want to say that I am not a subject matter expert on that matters. What I am understanding, I want to share with you. First is the redefined pharmacy practice. If we take it in a separate manner from the other part of the era of precision of medicine and smart drug delivery, that is a totally different thing. Redefining pharmacy practice or good pharmacy practice as a industrial pharmacist, I can say we have to more conscious about the quality of the pharmaceutical product because we serve for the human beings. From the recent incident, I think we all aware about the incident, that is cough syrup incident. A lot of child are died to taken impure medicine cough syrup. So, as an industrial pharmacist, what happened? I can just give you one short description. In cough syrups, PG, polypropylene glycol, is used for as a media or as a surface-based ingredient. This ingredient having one impurities, that is EG. EG is a impurities, and it is also used for cosmetics industry and also different of color industry. When we refine the EG from PG, it is second crop product. What happened? Adulteration or contamination happened when come the container from the same organization who produce or supply this product, PG. Industry, those having no quality control or quality assurance department or not having any assurance department, collect this second crop PG to produce the cough syrup. And this impurity, ethylene glycol, cannot eliminate through kidney, and it completely damage kidney for children below 8 years. It may impact adult also, but not that much, but it may completely destroy the kidney cell if we take this. Few companies which have no regulation, they are using these ingredients as a active, as a excipients to producing their cough syrup and supply it to the market. When in market, doctor prescribe it, they are taking this medicine from pharmacy or some medicine store. The fatal is happened. We all know that 9 or 10, 8 people, 8 child are died. So being a pharmacist, it is our moral responsibility to take care of our job, of our responsibility, because we all are service provider to the end user. Those are in society. It may be our mother, it may be our father, it may be our sister, it may be our child also. So this is another part. I just want to share this incident, redefine pharmacy practice. So next is era of precision medicine and smart drug delivery. Next slide, please. So introduction part already madam given. So I will finish that. So anything when a new system or new formulation or new drug or new molecule will be come in market, we have to first start with preclinical trials and clinical trials. In smart drug dosage form, few drugs are available in market. We can say it's smart drug. One drug delivery system, that is implant drug delivery system. Implant drug delivery system is also an example of smart drug delivery system. We find out the targeted organ and we implant the medicine as a smart drug delivery system. Robotic drug delivery system, magnetic drug delivery system, those systems are used as a smart drug delivery system. But practice सुनने में तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है ये सब, होता कहाँ है? 15 years experience pharmaceutical से काज करार पड़े. One thing I recognize that it's all about business. COVID-19 এর সময় জাইডাস ক্যাডিলা একটা ইনোভেটিভ আইডিয়া নিয়ে এসেছিল ভ্যাকসিন প্রেজেন্টেশনের জন্য, that is injection process. But whenever it's come in market, our society not accept it. As because cost and যে কোনো নতুন জিনিসকে we are Indian not taken easily. It's fact actually. So clinical trials is very much important to innovative idea implementation. Okay, next slide. Okay, so আমরা যদি স্মার্ট ড্রাগ ডেলিভারি সিস্টেম করতে চাই, তার যে বেসিক প্রফর্মা বা যে বেসিক ক্রাইটেরিয়া গুলো আছে, I can discuss with you. That is the case study. So what case study? We have to find out the right drug. Every drug is not used for smart drug. হোমিওপ্যাথি ট্রিটমেন্ট সম্বন্ধে কারোর যদি আইডিয়া আছে, হোমিওপ্যাথি ট্রিটমেন্টে যখন কোনো পেশেন্ট কোনো ডক্টরের কাছে যায়, তখন তার ফার্স্ট হিস্ট্রি সম্বন্ধে তাকে পুরো ডিটেইলসে জানা হয়, তারপরে তাকে ড্রাগটা প্রেসক্রাইব করা হয়। For our case, allopathic medicine is not possible because doctor have not that much time. Ma'am, am I right or wrong? So যাই হোক, so সেই জন্য আমাকে রাইট ড্রাগটা খুঁজে বের করতে হবে, যে আর রাইট ড্রাগ খুঁজে বের করার জন্য what is the actual root cause সেটা খুঁজে বার করতে হবে। If we find the actual root cause of any disease, we can or doctor can prescribe the right drug. And the now right drug is prescribed for the right patient. What is right patient? In different segment of India having the different immunity power. So selecting the dose is not very fixed. When the drug is administered in our systemic circulation, when it's effective, maximum portion are eliminated to our kidney or the liver. So the right dose to be selected for its efficacy and safety. If the right drug and for the right patient happen, definitely the right treatment also come. Now we are coming in efficacy and side effect. Any new process or any new formula, whenever we implement throughout the clinical study, there should be a side effect, and we have to mitigate it, and we have to mitigate it through quality risk management process. And we have actual increase our efficacy if we mitigate the side effect. New drug, we are talking about the smart drug. Smart drug is costier. Madam say already that it is a trial and error method. Yes, trial and error method may increase the cost also. So what should we do? We have to do impact assessment to reduce the cost. Now this is our targeted transfer. Generally the drug, we need to fix that which portion of our body required to target, and then we use to adjust pH release and enzymatic release. Throughout that we can use this type of drug or 3D printing type of drug, which is multi-layer drug actually, release one by one after a certain period. Another thing is enhance the safety. We use drug for our treatment betterment. If we get toxicity level or adulteration in drug, there is no requirement of this drug because it cannot act actually in our body rather than the toxicity level is higher. So we have to find out the safety to produce our research work, produce our execution of the drug to enhance our safety. Now what is the requirement of the smart drug? Sir to sahi chal raha hai yaar. Cano? Because it is more effective. Sir said that the paracetamol 500 is more than sufficient to recover patient from fever or others, then why we take 650? That is the useful thought of application of smart drug and the increase of efficacy, increase of safety also requirement for implementation of smart drug. Smart drug delivery system have a very huge market nowadays on India, because it is correct that আমাদের লাইফস্টাইল এখন ইরেগুলার লাইফস্টাইল। এই ইরেগুলার লাইফস্টাইলের একটা সার্টেন পর্যায়ে গিয়ে মানে আফটার 35 or 40 আমরা ট্রাই করি একটু রেগুলার লাইফস্টাইলে ফিরে আসা। So that's why smart drug delivery system is required to boost our immunity, regenerate our immune system, or enhancement of our application of drug. So people, a student, you are, I think, well about this diagram, right? Do you know the diagram? Please raise your hand. Diagram, nothing, don't find the content, only the diagram. Sorry? Yes, sir. This is the Ishikawa or fishbone fracture. So, whenever you come for any research work, any production work, or anything new come in market, we have to find out the impact assessment throughout this tool. This is a quality management tool. Any other tools is also there, but here this is the most important tool to find out the impact assessment. যে কোনো নতুন কাজ, এনিথিং নিউ যখন আমরা করতে যাই, তার আগে যদি তার ইম্প্যাক্ট অ্যাসেসমেন্ট না করি, তাহলে সেই কাজে ফেলিওর হওয়ার চান্স অনেক বেশি থাকে। সেজন্য এই ইম্প্যাক্ট অ্যাসেসমেন্টের মাধ্যমে if we are going for the generated smart drug delivery system or something new development, we have to go with this diagram. First, this man as a use here as a volunteer using during preclinical and clinical study. So we require volunteer, but we have to find out those volunteers who are healthy and from the different part and different segment of our society. Otherwise, it can create one-way journey in the research work. Next is method. The method, which is pre-planned, need to be calibrated first. At least, whatever the documents we have prepared to going forward, we have to need some protocol. Otherwise, what happens if we are success in this method, we are not recorded, we are forgotten. If we are failed, we cannot identify the root cause, we cannot identify why it is failed. Then next, whenever we go for the next stage, we are not going for the something new. That's why method need to be also validated or documented. Next is machine. Any formulation development requires some instrument, equipment. It should be calibrated, it should be qualified. Otherwise, what happens, something you develop and tested in HPLC and you think that the result is coming is not as per standard specification, and after a certain time you find out that oh there is a problem in HPLC also. So whenever you go for any instrument, any equipment, it should be calibrated from research work to execution of any stage. Material, what material we are using for any invention, any scientific work, and production and execution, this is another thing is also done. But even though in scientific work, what material we have to use, that should be come from the authenticate vendor and must be passed from the quality control testing. Otherwise, it can be also impact on research work. Next, the measurement. Documented evidence is very much required for any work, even it is research work, in education time, even in any research work in any R&D lab also, because we have to find out the measurement. Like that, we have to release a drug in pH 5. We set target in the pH is 5, but when we are applied, that we are getting pH is 7 and drug is released. So we are getting that the drug which are released in 5 as per our data collection or some theoretical work, that drug also be released in 7. So in that case the measurement part also required. You find out another thing that drug is released also 7. So measurement part is also important. You have impact assessment on the measurement part. Mother nature is generally the environmental part. The people are used for volunteer in clinical trials is generally, if applicable, coming from the different segment of the India, because different areas people having the different immunity power, and it is very much good for collecting volunteers for clinical trials. Impact assessment, that is the mother nature. Anything new in market, there is lot of challenge. Here I give some technical hurdle. Technical hurdle is smart drug delivery system is a new thinking. It already in marketing. As I am saying, implant drug, some sustain release drug, targeted drug, that's all are smart drug actually. If we go for another level to find out the innovation of this drug, there is a technical hurdle it may come, because we have not that type of infrastructure in our research in India. So for technical hurdle, that one of the challenges to implement that. Then supply chain reselling. Supply chain reselling is the part that the drug, whenever we producing, we have to apply with someone. Otherwise, we cannot find out the efficacy, safety, priority of that. So, in that case, there is some hurdle is coming out to building the robust and strategic partnership with different segments. Why I am saying that nowadays regulation is very much stringent. They are not supposed to give any new approval for any new dosage form implementation for clinical and clinical studies. So those are challenges are coming in Indian market also. Ethical framework is whenever we use clinical studies on volunteers, there is a question raised from the ethical framework. So this is my slide. আমার এই স্লাইডে এখানে যেটুকু নিয়ে আমার জানা সেটা আমি বললাম. Now I want to interact with my brothers and sisters they are present in aspect of this era of presentation, and also those people are really wants to come in different segment after become or income. I just want to interact with these people. So may I get the permission sir for that? So আমি কি জানতে পারি কারা এখানে ইনফর্ম আছে? ছাত্র প্লিজ রেজ ইওর হ্যান্ড. Three people are informed. And কোন subject? Three are from pharmacology. All others part are BPharm, right? So MPharm কমপ্লিট করার পরে তোমরা কি করতে চাও? তোমাদের কি কোনো গোল সেট আছে? Yeah, tell me. R&D. Okay. I already talked to you actually. So R&D in which segment? There is so many different segments in R&D. R&D is not a short part. So many segments are R&D. That is analytical part. That is the pharmacovigilance part. In instrument handling part. Manufacturing part. F&D is there. So many parts are R&D. So which part you want to come? Toxicology study. Okay. So for that purpose, you have to do any research work or something like that. You have to.
Surely, sir, my in-home research work on the entire toxicity studies in geography chamber. So for that reason, I get some knowledge on it. So that's why I want to.
So you are so passionate to work in toxicology department, right?
Yes, sir.
So আমি একটা ফ্যাক্ট বলি, ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল ফার্মাসিউটিক্যালস ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে এই মুহূর্তে কলকাতায় কিন্তু টক্সিকোলজি স্টাডি একমাত্র একটা অর্গানাইজেশনই করে। আদারওয়াইজ টক্সিকোলজি স্টাডির উপরে এই মুহূর্তে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল ফার্মাসিউটিক্যালের কোনো অ্যাক্টিভিটি যতগুলো ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল আছে নেই বললেই চলে। জেনারেলি থার্ড পার্টির মাধ্যমে যেগুলো আউট অফ ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল আছে তার মাধ্যমে টক্সিকোলজি স্টাডি করা হয়। আর সামহাও কিছু এডি পিডি ভ্যালু আমাদের ক্লিনিক্যাল ক্লিনিং ভ্যালিডেশনের জন্য ইউজ করতে হয়, তো সেই জন্য টক্সিকোলজি স্টাডি করা হয়। তো অলওয়েজ রিমেম্বার দ্যাট yes, there is a good prospect to work with toxicology, but একটা জিনিস মাথায় রাখবেন, সেটা হলো you have to work, if you want to come industry you have to go outside the West Bengal. If you really want to be a topmost position of a pharmaceutical organization in the phase of toxicology or R&D, you have to go for the out of West Bengal. Because basically I have experience of 15 years in pharmaceutical industry and I have seen a lot of people যারা pharmaceutical industry যায় তারপরে একটা সার্টেন টাইমে পরে তারা একটা রোবাস্ট কন্ডিশন চলে আসে and they are getting frustration.
Yeah, with your permission, I want to add one more point here.
Yeah.
So the main problem we are facing here is the students, okay, not only CAPT in West Bengal, they are not ready to travel outside. They want a job next to their home. That is the main issue, okay, we are facing. Please, okay, this word is, okay, there are so many opportunities are there. Okay, you have to set your mind, you have to prepare your family, tell that, okay, I will be safe wherever I am. So there are a lot of opportunities there, but you should be ready to travel. But that is the issues we are facing, okay, again and again. Then when company is coming, okay, for campus interview, they are telling they want the job next to their home. They want, okay, job only in Calcutta. They want job only in West Bengal. So that is not at all possible, right? Because the companies, the pharma company is limited in West Bengal. You people should, okay, should, okay, please prepare yourself now. From now onwards, I am ready to travel anywhere. Then only it can be succeed. Thank you, sir. Can you please proceed?
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to demotivate you, but think, what's your name?
Sharad
Sorry?
Lakshmi.
Okay. Actually, I don't want to demotivate you, but I just give you the fact. Because you all are my sisters and brothers there. So, আমরা এই যে ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল প্রোগ্রেশনে তোমরা সামনে বুঝতে পেরেছো, আমরা পাইনি কখনো। আমি যখন বিফার্ম করতাম, আমি আমার এক্সপেরিয়েন্স বলছি, আমি মার্কেটিংয়েও বসেছিলাম ইন্টারভিউতে। দেন আফটার সুব্রত স্যারের ইনসিস্টে আমি এমফাই ভর্তি হলাম। তখনও চিন্তা করতাম যে ঠিক আছে করে নি, মার্কেটিংয়ে করবো। তারপরে আমার একজন সিনিয়র ফ্রেন্ডস অ্যান্ড অলসো আমার ওল্ডার বাজারের নতুন সন্তোষ দীক্ষিত আমাদের সঙ্গে ভর্তি হয়েছিল। তো তিনি আমাকে খুব ইনসিস্ট করেছিলেন যে না ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে আসার জন্য। তখন আমি ইনফ্লুয়েন্স হয়েছিলাম যে না আমি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে যাব এবং আমি আই ওয়ান্ট টু বি দ্য পিনাকল অফ ইন্ডিয়ান ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল ইন্ডাস্ট্রি ইন দ্য সেগমেন্ট অফ কোয়ালিটি অ্যাসুরেন্স। বাট after 6 year completion of my job, আমার মনে হলো যে না আমাকে বাড়ি ফিরে আসতে হবে। Why? Because it is, কারণ বাড়িতে আমার বৃদ্ধ বাবা মা থাকে, যে মুড়ি খেয়ে টিফিনে আমাকে পড়াশোনা করিয়েছে, তাদের দেখার কেউ নেই, আর আমাকে ফিরে আসতে হবে তাদের হেল্প করার জন্য। আমি ফিরে এসেছিলাম and thanks God আমি বিজনেস স্কুলে জব পেয়ে গেছিলাম ওই সময়। But it's fact. I'm experienced on that. That's why I am share with you. যে তোমরা এই রকম ধরনের সিচুয়েশনে না পড়ো। I take lot of phone call of different segments who are working in Sikkim, but they অনেক মেয়ে অনেক ছেলে তারা 2 বছর 3 বছর সেখানে কাজ করার পরে ফিরে আসতে চাইছে because homesickness. All the Bengali child have the same thing, homesickness. So from the right now, this is the time you just, if you really you have the passion to work in toxicology or other segment, any segment, you just think on that deeply and then go for it. If you have a passion, I think you must be comply your desired job and reach your goal. Okay, thank you. Next, yeah, বিফামের থেকে কারা কারা সবাই
Okay, one thing, Shrimad, I just want to ask you. Nowadays, like as we know, because she's from the pharmacology background, she's working like she felt she's working like toxicologist. Now, I think the pharma industries are also having a department with epidemiologists. So, and those jobs are basically hybrid mode and remote also. Like they are working for, say, a company in Bangalore, Strides Lab, but they can sit in Kolkata and say after in a month they have to travel. So is these kind of jobs can be feasible for them, and for that if it is feasible, then how should they prepare them for those jobs where they can work for remote but you have to be directly on with the company?
Yeah, those kind of jobs also there.
Core company jobs.
Yeah, core company jobs, but basically is that the job is now very much reduced by implementing of AI also. That's why. And another thing said that, madam, আপনি যে জবগুলোর কথা বললেন, remote job, data collector is the main job role there. So, being a pharmacy student, data collection কি কেউ হতে বা চাইবে? Operator, data operator বা data collector কি হতে চাইবে? সবাই তো চাই রিসার্চ ওয়ার্ক করতে। And the research work never be changed by AI. কারণ রিসার্চার সায়েন্টিস্ট এআই চেঞ্জ করতে পারবে না। তার জন্য কোর ওই প্র্যাকটিক্যাল গ্রাউন্ডে গিয়ে ল্যাবে গিয়ে কেমিক্যাল সিনথেসিস করতে হবে, সেটা কোনো এআই চেঞ্জ করতে পারবে না। সো হুইচ ইজ মোস্ট চ্যালেঞ্জিং অ্যাকচুয়ালি। আছে জব আছে, রিমোট জব আছে যেটা আপনি বললেন, বাট সেগমেন্ট একটু ছোট, বাট আছে। ওকে, নেক্সট বিফার্ম থেকে কেউ আছে যার যে বিফার্ম কমপ্লিট করার পরে ইন্ডাস্ট্রি বা মার্কেটিং বা অন্য কোনো জবে যেতে চাই রাদার দ্যান ইনফার্ম ফর হায়ার স্টাডিজ?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
My name is from Thailand, from pharmacy. Sir, my question is what is the difference between after the B-Farm and A-Farm? What is the scope in the production?
Okay. So, you are in third year.
Yes, yes.
তুমি যেটা জিজ্ঞাসা করবে তার অ্যানসার দিচ্ছি, তার আগে আমি তোমাকে কি তোমার অ্যানসার দিয়েছি। Do you have any goal? Okay, first, whenever you come in BPharm, you choose BPharm or you come in by chance BPharm?
Choose, sir.
Choose. Okay, good, very good. Now, tell me what is your goal? Here you are third year, almost completed your academic curriculum. Have you any goal? What you do after BPharm? Okay, so you come by chance, not choose. Because every doctor, every engineering having a goal, pharmacy student having a goal. এখানে কতজন আছে যাদের গোল আছে? pharmacy পরে কি করব? Please raise your hand. Yeah, tell me what is the goal? First of that, what is it? Diploma. Okay, diploma. What is the goal? Professor. Okay. If you have a professor, you have to go for next level of study, right? You define your goal, very good. But one people are there who have a strict goal, and I just want to say, what is your project? What means after DPharm, what are you doing? DPharm. When you come in DPharm, only you cannot come in DPharm.
that I will start from side by side and get ready.
Very good plan actually. You are a good planner. Yeah, good. So one student I get that there is a perfect goal in his life actually. That is good. So you have not any standard goal. You have to do any set of goals. Why? Because you know, third year, if you start your goal, you achieve goal after fourth year. This is not possible. If you want to come in production after completion of fourth year, you must be come in production. If you want to go for the quality assurance, quality control, research and development, F&D, or whatever the segment in industry, you may come after completion of BPharm. But you have to set a goal. In which segment you want to come. If you want to come in F&D, then you find out the job role of F&D. Whenever you go for the job role of F&D, that not complies with the BPharm curriculum. You have faced a lot of challenges if you come BPharm in R&D, not F&D. You may get chance, but what happens now? After certain time, your career will be sustained, and those people are coming who are junior to you. They are gradually increase their career. Okay. If you come in production is minimum required is BPharm right now. But the same thing is there. Higher study is required. But after certain time, 3 to 4 years experience whenever you get, there is no requirement of any educational certificate. They are just want the experience you gain from pharmaceutical industry. So you have to set goal. তুমি কোথায় যাবে? প্রোডাকশনে যাবে, কিউসিতে যাবে, মাইক্রোতে যাবে, না এফএনতে যাবে। তারপরে সেখানে থেকে জব রোল সিলেক্ট করবে। জব রোল কোথায় পাবে? জেমিনিকে জিজ্ঞাসা করবে, চ্যাটজিপিটিকে জিজ্ঞাসা করবে, what is the job role of pharmaceutical industry of a QC chemist, production chemist? You get the details. আর তারপর সেটা ধরে পড়াশোনা করবে। You can crack the interview. যদি তুমি ওই ইন্টারভিউ ক্র্যাক করতে পারো ইজিলি, তাহলে তুমি বুঝতে পারবে that is sufficient education for you. Okay. Get the answer?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So
What is your preference, sir?
Sorry?
What is your preference for BPharm or
I prefer যদি তুমি প্রোডাকশনে করতে চাও,
yes, sir.
বিফার্ম করো, কাজ করো, ইনকাম করো।
in between the word should be
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Shunanda Majumdar. As he rightly said, that fixing of goal is very important. And being a third year, final year students, usually most of the students doesn't fix their goal. It's usual practice. Even our time after completion of MPharm from KLE, I immediately joined in Johnson & Johnson in PMP. Product management. You know, in PMP is one of the prestigious position in the pharma industry, glamorous rather, right? Because later on I found that out of entire month I was on roaming for 25 to 26 days. I got jaundice for 3 times. So after 5 years I realized that that field is not for mine. So I joined in under Sir at the Royal Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So I wasted, not exactly wasted, I have got the experience, industrial experience, that is also exposure. But my choice was wrong initially. I was selected marketing, not sales. It's a marketing. Later on, find that no, I am not fit for that marketing because a lot of roaming and all. Although it was most glamorous position, and that to a Johnson & Johnson like company, followed by Jackson Pharma. Lastly, I was in Pulsar Drugs. So the fixing of goal at this level, particularly third year, final year, is very much important. Right? Where you go. Accordingly, I was telling Shunando one example. One during in the year 2011-12, one person at the age of 56, he came to CRPT for doing MPharm in pharmaceutics. He was the in charge of Dr. Reddy's of Vizag unit. He established the Vizag unit of Dr. Reddy's. He was the supervisor. After when it's above the production in charge. So he that time, 2011-12, he was getting 2.5 lakhs per month salary. He came CRPT for doing M.Pharm in pharmaceuticals. So I asked him, sir, what is your requirement of doing M.Pharm? You are getting 2.5 lakhs per month. What is the requirement? Why you are for M.Pharm? He told that once I take the interview and I see the students appeared for giving the interview, all are M.Pharm graduate. Many of them are PhD. I feel ashamed of myself. I feel inferiority complex because the person, those who will be under me, they are much more qualified than me. So after completion of M.Pharm, there will be not even a single penny hike for me, but it gives me prestige. So don't think that after doing B.Pharm, if you do M.Pharm, immediately salary will be hiked 10 times. It's not like that. But in future, you will get job security because you will be compatible as per the global atmosphere. Be B.Pharm and rather the M.Pharm become the minimum qualification nowadays. So thank you, Sunandu, for your industrial practical based deliberation where you have given industrial live example of DEG, cough syrup related incident where 22 children died. Then you given the example of implantable drug delivery system under smart drug delivery. In a regular days, we are using the smart drug deliveries unknowingly. 50% of shampoo are liposomal shampoo. Unknowingly, we are using it. We even do not bother to see the what is written liposomal shampoo. Most of the creams are liposomal creams. So we are using on a regular basis, and that is the application of smart drug targeted drug delivery system. You have given you have quoted exactly the right drug for the right patient. That is the important need of the personalized medicine, where genome, genetic sequence, and rational variations is very much important because all diseases are not for everyone. Like Negroes, they are more prone to the Rocky Mountain fever. We are not prone to the Rocky Mountain fever. American people, they are more prone to the skin cancer. We are not. We are having sufficient melanin synthesis, right? Keratin synthesis. So we are not prone to the skin cancer. So most of the diseases are based on the rational variation. Genetical sequence is very much important. Genetical data collection is very much important, as he rightly said. He's also given few examples of targeted drug delivery, smart drug delivery. One example I would like to quote, if you will permit me, that once the parents goes to the pediatrics, madam, for giving vaccinations. So pediatric doctor told that this vaccine I am giving cost 4,000 rupees. It will create pain and enter night. The children will cry, will not get sound sleep. And this another vaccine is there. It will cost 8,000 rupees. No pain, sound sleep you will get. Parents will get the sound sleep. So naturally, parents goes for the 8,000 rupees. What is the difference between two medicines? Nothing. That is the prodrug of the corresponding medicine. That 8,000 rupees medicine is nothing but a prodrug, because we know prodrug induces pain at the injection sites. So we have said unknowingly we are taking it. This is frequently parents says 8,000 because they need sound sleep at the cost of 4,000. So they are going for 8,000. So these are the things you have highlighted. You have also elaborated the requirement of the smart drug delivery. Cost of smart drug delivery is a concern. Once my father was admitted in hospital for with a kidney failure, he was given one monoclonal antibody at the cost of 60,000 rupees. So nowadays, although it's reducing gradually because of patent and all product patent, process patent, because of this binding, cancer or these sort of smart drug delivery become highly costly. Nowadays, the costs have been reduced at certain extent. And he also given the example of impact assessment tool technical hurdles in smart drug delivery and ethical consideration. So entirely it was a beautiful, nice presentation, mostly based on the industrial aspects. So from my institute, on behalf of CRPT, I thank Sunanda Majumdar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Sir, now I request the chairperson, Professor Shubhodaya Majumdar sir, to please hand over the certificate of appreciation to our beloved speaker, Mr. Shubhodaya Majumdar.
Internship. Internship. Move.
যেটা আমার কাছে আছে যে আমার কাছে এটা সম্ভব আমি করি ইন্টার্নশিপের জন্য অলরেডি প্রত্যেক বছরে 3-4 জনকে আমি বিটি থেকে
Not from CIPT, you are taking from other.
সেই সময় আমি বলেছিলাম স্যার সেই সময় যাই ভ্যাকেন্সি ছিল আবার নতুন করে ভ্যাকেন্সি তো ক্রিয়েট হবে নট ফর অনলি ফর মেনটাইম আমার দুটো আমার কন্ট্যাক্ট রয়েছে সেই অনুযায়ী আমি আপনাদের সবাইকে এইচআর মেইল আইডি ফোন নাম্বার দিয়ে দেবো তো আমার রেফারেন্স নাম দিলেই
Finally, some question है तो board of English student.
So today we are having this, one-to-one talk, and it's a golden opportunity for all the students to come out of their comfort zone, and you can directly talk with Mr. Shunando, who is your elder brother, with all your glitches, hesitations falling behind. So please take this advantage of this session. You can directly come up and interact with him. He's right now present in the auditorium. So please do that.
Myself, Moshi Chatterjee from fourth year. Like you just mentioned to my friend that the practice, there are certain aspects that is set a goal and everything. I'd like to ask about the practical aspect. Like, how can a student from BPharm final year be able to get a job at production level? Like in most of the MNCs and larger companies, they expect a certain amount of experience. So what about the internship opportunities at either your institution or other like that? In the production segment or something like that?
So internship opportunity শুধুমাত্র আমি যে অর্গানাইজেশনে কাজ করছি সেই অর্গানাইজেশনই আছে তো আমি আবার বলছি প্রথমে যদি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে আসতে চায় ইন্ডাস্ট্রির সমস্ত সেগমেন্টে তাকে জানতে হবে যদি কেউ মার্কেটিংয়ে আসতে চায় মার্কেটিংও ডিফারেন্ট সেগমেন্ট আছে স্যার পিএমডি সেগমেন্ট সেলস সেগমেন্ট রিসার্চ মার্কেটিং রিসার্চ সেগমেন্ট আছে তো প্রথমে তোমাদেরকে স্টাডি করতে হবে দেখো পড়াশোনা ইজ অলওয়েজ দ্য ইম্পর্টেন্ট পার্ট বাট রেদার দ্যান দ্যাট পড়াশোনা করার পরে সবাই তো অ্যাক্টিভিটি চাই জব করবো আবেদন করবো রাইট না আরেকটা জিনিস মনে রাখো ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে স্টার্টিং ইজ স্যালারি বাট whenever you get 3 years experience এই যে 2-3 years experience maybe industry or sales marketing whatever এই টাইমটা crucial time build up a career in pharmaceutical industry তোমার অ্যানসার তোমার কোশ্চেনের জন্য আমি বলি তোমাদের সবাইকেই বলছি তোমরা যে সেগমেন্টে যেতে চাও একাডেমিক পড়াশোনার পাশাপাশি সেই সেগমেন্টটা নিয়েও একটু পড়াশোনা করো এখন তো অনেক অপরচুনিটি আছে সেই সেগমেন্টটা সম্বন্ধে পড়াশোনা করো আর তারপরে নিজেকে সেই সেগমেন্ট থেকে ইনফরমেশন কালেক্ট করে নিজেকে গোল করো পিপলার মাস্ট বি ক্র্যাক দ্য ইন্টারভিউ আর একবার সার্টেন জব পেয়ে যাওয়ার পরে যেটা ইন্ডাস্ট্রি হোক বা যে কোনো ফিল্ড অফ ফার্মাসি হোক শিখে যাবে one more thing is very important thing attitude is very important আমি দেখেছি ইন্টারভিউ নেওয়ার সময় সিআইপিটির এবং বিডির কলেজের অনেক স্টুডেন্ট আছে যারা ইন্টারভিউ ফেস করছে, তাদের ড্রেস কোড ঠিক নেই, তাদের কথা বলার অ্যাটিটিউড ঠিক নেই। So it is very important to make sure that you are well prepared for any interview. তুমি একা ইন্টারভিউ দিচ্ছ না, কম্পিটিশন ইজ ভেরি হার্ড। তোমার মতন আরো 100 জন একটা পোস্টের জন্য ইন্টারভিউ দিচ্ছেন। এনি হাউ ইন্টারভিউয়ারকে তোমাকে কনভিন্স করাতে হবে যে ইউ আর রিয়েলি ওয়ান্টস দ্য জব। ইন্টারভিউ যে দিচ্ছে সে তোমাকে লাগবে না, তোমার ওই জবটাকে লাগবে। তবে গিয়ে সেই ইন্টারভিউয়ার মনে হবে যে হ্যাঁ এই ছেলেটা আমার ডিপার্টমেন্টে আমার আন্ডারে কাজ করলে ও হি ইজ দ্য বেস্ট ফর দিস জব। তখন কি আমার মনে হবে যে আমি ছেলে, কারণ আইডেন্টিটি কাজ। আমি তোমাকে নিচ্ছি মানে তোমাকে দিয়ে আমাকে কাজ করাতে হবে, তোমার মধ্যে সেই অ্যাটিটিউডটা থাকতে হবে যে আমি কিন্তু কাজ করতে এসেছি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে, কাজ শিখতে এসেছি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে। तब जाके वो इंटरव्यू को पता चलेगा जहां वो बंदा सही है, वो नॉलेज से कुछ काम हो नहीं चलेगा। ठीक है सर, এটা মাথায় রাখো। আর বলো মার্কেটিং এ যেতে
আমি আসছি মার্কেটিং এ 2009% অনেক স্টুডেন্ট আছে, আমি পারিসাকেও বলবো কিছু স্টুডেন্ট ম্যানেজার পোস্টেও হোল্ড করছে, তারা যদি আমাদের কলেজে আসে যেটা ওটা যদি শুনুন
আমাদের রিইউনিয়নও হয়ে যাবে।
So yes, that's really, and these are some key aspects actually academics se amra ekta jinish ko feel kori every day. People, I think I really like people who are in the industry, not because of their so discipline. Every day they sell themselves, but in academics we think we have no worth, because we just come up in the colleges. And similarly our students also follow that. If my dress is not that, I'm not saying you have to wear a very glamorous dress, but as he mentioned, your look should be very magical. It should be like a magnet. Everybody should like your personality. You should look handsome, or you should look beautiful. You must think in front of the mirror that today I'm going to college, am I looking handsome, am I looking beautiful? How many of you in this hall think about that before coming out of your house? Wearing up your kitos, opening your upper button. Why? Do you think you look handsome in this? Anyone who comes out of your home, do you feel you are coming for college and you must feel you are looking the best for that day? How many of you, just raise your hand? Just raise your hand. How many of you feel before coming out of your house, today I am looking the best? That confidence boosts you up to be confident in the class also, everywhere. See, interviews, as Shunanda said, we are trying to bring industries to you, but we will not bring it to your doorstep, right? We will not do it calling bell. দুয়ারে সরকারের মতো দুয়ারে ইন্ডাস্ট্রি আসবে না আমাদের কলকাতায়, right? So you have to knock the door of the industry. So what are you taking for those efforts? So that's what is my point. You are coming in a very casual way, like okay, we are going to college like a coaching, going and 2-3 we will chat and come up. But this attitude, what I think Mr. Shunando from the industry is telling, you will have competitors, hardcore competitors. People don't have a proper formal shirt when they buy the shirt before the day of the interview. Why? When you go for a marriage party, do you go like this? No, you dress up, right? So why not for the day? Why not for the college? If you dress yourself, it feels good, no? কি ভালো লাগে না সাজতে? কি সেজে গুজে আসতে ভালো লাগে কি লাগে না? Why you are silent? Can I get an answer from the audience, please? সাজতে ভালো লাগে কি লাগে না? Yes or no? Do you like to dress up? Do you like to be beautiful? No? No, they don't want. So you don't want to be in the society, right? You want to sit at your home. You remember in our soaps and serials, I used to still remember our mother and grandmother, they used to see the soaps and serials and they used to have a very common comment. They are showing the inside of the house, and inside of the house they are decorating themselves with beautiful sarees, ornaments. বলে না মা দেখতে দেখতে সিরিয়ালে আমরা সেজে গুজে থাকি কেন ঘরের মধ্যে বসে? তার মানেটা কি? Because they think if you are sitting at home, you don't need to be beautiful.
সোনান্ত স্যার আরেকটা কোশ্চেন ছিল আমার কলেজে গার্লস স্টুডেন্টও আছে গার্লস স্টুডেন্টদের কোনো কোশ্চেন নেই গার্লসদের প্রোডাকশন ক্রিয়েটিভিটিতে এখন দেখা যাচ্ছে নিচ্ছে না
না প্রোডাকশনে হ্যাঁ প্রোডাকশনে
বিকজ I'm talking about seeking mail
ওকে সিকিম এর
Girls cannot survive this. That is the greatest issue. They cannot
স্যার না
survive.
ব্যাপারটা নয় আমি এটা স্যার বলছি যে প্রোডাকশনের অনেক সেগমেন্ট আছে সেটা হচ্ছে কোর ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং সেগমেন্ট যেমন আছে ডকুমেন্টেশন সেগমেন্টও আছে তো ডকুমেন্টেশন সেগমেন্টে অলওয়েজ ফিমেল ক্যান্ডিডেট প্রিফার করা হয় আর কোর ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং সেগমেন্টে জেনারেলি ফিমেল ক্যান্ডিডেট প্রিফার করা হয় না এটাই বলবো না তবে লেস প্রিফারেবল বিকজ handling of manpower and those manpower will be handling they are very much critical they are not so educated and তোমাদের হ্যান্ডেল এরকম ভাবে করতে হবে you have to do it you have to do it তোমাকে ওদের থেকে কাজ তুলে নিতে হবে ওরা কাজ করবে না এটা একটা মানে পাওয়ার বা একটা অন্যরকম সিচুয়েশন ক্রিয়েট হয় অনেক সময় যেটা অনেক মেয়ের জন্য সুইটেবল হয় না বাট ইট ইজ নট লাইক দ্যাট যে কোনো মেয়ে পারে না আমি দেখেছি আমার সঙ্গে এরকম একজন মেয়ে ছিল যে প্রোডাকশনে কাজ করতো সে যখন প্রোডাকশন করে আসতো সমস্ত ওয়ার্কার ভয় পেয়ে কাজ করা শুরু করতো
We should have a great clap for this.
এরকম কোনো ব্যাপার নেই মেয়েরাও আসলে তবে হ্যাঁ সিচুয়েশনটা ভেরি টাফ ফর কোর প্রোডাকশন এরিয়া ফর
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Kritika Sarkar of third year. So, my question was, being a pharmacy student, I am really interested in production like QC and QA department. So that's my interest. So my question was that there are many bodies or organizations which are working as the certification holders. Certifications like ISO certification or any such certification higher than ISO. So there are certain bodies in our country. Mostly the bodies are controlled by German. They are like German-based companies or some companies such that. So if as a pharmacy student, can I anyhow join in those bodies? I mean, if I can, then what are the exact qualifications or experiences that I require?
Yeah, you may. Actually, one course is there. That is a TQA, Total Quality Management System. This is a really required course for getting chance in ISO organization. And those things you are saying, those are regulatory body. So ISO is not only the one regulatory body. There is so many regulatory bodies there. After reform, যখন ড্রাগের ইন্সপেক্টরের পোস্টে ভ্যাকেন্সি হলো তখন তুমি সেখানে অ্যাপ্লাই করে সেখানেও জব পেতে পারো আর টপ মোস্ট রেগুলেটরি বডি ইজ ড্রাগ ফর ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল স্টেট ড্রাগ ফর ইউরোপ ইউ for America it is for USFDA different type of drug regulatory body is there so you can get job in any regulatory body সময় ভ্যাকেন্সি বেরোয় খোঁজ রাখলে পারবে you can join in Pharmaceutical association also ঠিক আছে what are BPharm is sufficient actually see BPharm is the base most prestigious degree for any healthcare education is BPharm করার পরে then if you go for the higher study you may but ওই জব গুলো যেখানে রেগুলেটরি বডিতে জব করার ব্যাপারটা বুঝছো সময় বেরোয় যেতে পারো বাট তার আগে ইউ হ্যাভ টু প্রিপেয়ার ইয়োরসেলফ বিকজ ওখানে জব পেতে গেলে মিনিমাম এক্সপেরিয়েন্স প্রয়োজন লাগে ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল এক্সপেরিয়েন্স প্রয়োজন লাগে তো ইউ হ্যাভ টু গো ফর ইন্ডাস্ট্রি একাডেমিক্সে জব করে I don't think they are getting chance because industry job একমাত্র job পেতে লেখা থাকে minimum 5 years job experience for drugs ISO or any vigilance organization corporate vigilance organization also they are work as a vendor also okay
Good afternoon, sir. I am being part of from Pharmaceutical. Sir, I have a question that in any job like QC, production, or any other job, it's very easy to find in LinkedIn or any other site, job site. But for the PMT, actually, sir, I want to go for the PMT after my promotion. So this is very difficult, sir, to find job in LinkedIn or any other job site if I don't have any connection. And it is also, I see that it helps a lot if you have a reference in the job.
For a reference, I must be giving you a reference. One of my friends, Sudipto Haldar, is now in topmost position in PM section. So I will give you a reference. Another thing is the finding of the job. See, আমি তোমাকে রেফারেন্সটা দিয়ে দিলাম, তুমি জব অ্যাপ্লাই করতে গেলে বা জব পেয়ে গেলে, বা যদি নাও পাও, নিজে থেকে তুমি কি করে নিজে জব রেফারেন্স বাড়বে, তার জন্য তোমাদের একটা কথা বলি। সেটা হলো একটা শাহরুখ খানের কথা আছে না, কি গুডনেসে বা এই চাইনিজে শুনে যেতে হবে, লাইক দ্যাট না। তোমার ডিজায়ার, তুমি লিংকডইনে তোমার আপডেট করেছো, নকরি তোমার আপডেট আছে, সেখানে ডিজায়ার জব, ওয়ার্ক ফর জব ফর পিএইচডি লিখছো, রাইট? তো এভরিডে তুমি কতগুলো জব সার্চ করো, সার্চ ইঞ্জিনে? It's not like that. 10 job search is not your desired information. You have to search at least 50 jobs per day. You have to apply at least 30 jobs for that. Then you have to get this job, because the segment of PMT section is very stringent. If you get the job, that is a really a generous job. I find out my friends who go here and there and visit there so many beaches to enjoy, and they have done their work style like that. The field is very stringent. Only 1 or 2 people are there in PMT section in different areas. I don't know actually. Sam maybe tell actually Sam maybe studies on that. But I will give you a reference. But rather than that, I have to say that you have to find out 50 jobs application every day. Then you get your result. Okay, next.
Sir, I am Somaji from Pharma last year. I have a question that now that AI has come and we have heard that AI is taking many jobs. What do you think that in the production sector, are there some particular places where the AI is replacing or secondly, I want to ask you that suppose you are hiring a person. There are two options. One is year experience, and one is just
First question answer is I have no idea that means I have no idea means I have idea that AI can take the job of pharmaceutical industry. Pharmaceutical industry is a core industry, core industry তে job AI দিতে পারে না। যখন ব্যাচ চার্জ করতে হয় তখন নিজে হাতে দাঁড়িয়ে ব্যাচ চার্জ করতে হয়, AI করতে পারবে না ব্যাচ চার্জ। Another thing is data collection. Data collection pharmaceutical job নয়, ওটা কম্পিউটার অপারেটরের job। তো pharmacy করে data collection করছে, that is another thing. ওটা AI সেক্টরের job, ওটা pharmaceutical job নয়। ওই job তো AI নিয়ে নেবে, but core pharmaceutical industry job AI নিতে পারবে না। কারণ innovation, idea, human brain থেকে বেরোবে। R&D research, human brain থেকে বেরোবে। Quality control, quality assurance, human করতে পারে, AI করতে পারবে না। একটা slide preparation, একটা impact assessment, একটা root cause finding, we may help from the AI. But actual finding out the root cause, finding out by doing the investigation, AI cannot handle it. So AI cannot replace a job in core pharmaceutical industry, I can assure you. Next is, I prefer BPharm 3 years experience. Next.
Hello sir, I am Shiny from BCom 4th year. My question is sir, as a BCom student or freshers, what type of additional skill or specific skill I should develop for my career growth in industry and become a better person like other competitive person in industry?
What's your goal actually? In which segment you want to go first?
QA and QC.
QA and QC. After B.Pharm, you can go QC or QA, and your ask is that which type of course you want to additionally do with that. You can do some postgraduate diploma. No, postgraduate diploma not have. Actually, you can do some certified course in utility affairs or something. If you go for quality control, one course is very important, that is analytical method prediction. If you are getting certificate from analytical method prediction, those people who are really want to go in QC or analytical R&D, analytical method prediction is very important. Nowadays, it's a hot job in pharmaceutical industry. Analytical method prediction and clinical validation. Okay, so few topics are there. Whenever you look for LinkedIn, you can find out the source. Clinical validation, analytical, you can note down those courses also. Analytical method validation, cleaning validation, and quality risk management. Next is AD value calculation, macro value calculation. Those few short course you have taken during your internship or during your study before. That will help you actually. So both mainly to our two, cleaning validation and the analytical validation. Very important.
Thank you, sir. With this, we like to stop the film because it's getting late for the lunch, I think. We can share his contact details. You can directly also contact through him to him when he is having some free time. So, and also when we have the alumni meet, I think you will have a greater chances to talk with all these golden flag holders of CIPT family. So with this, I like to end today's seminar and Pharma Anveshan 2026. With a lot of thanks, with all your valuable times, the students who have come up with pushing their comfort zone. So I really thank you all to make the time and be a part of this program. So firstly, let me go with the valedictory section and the vote of thanks. So first, I like to have my gratitude and heartfelt thanks to Dr. Anjali Devnath Madam, who is the president of Archer, E.R. Rahul Devnath sir, secretary Archer, Dr. Kishora Devnath sir, who is the treasurer of Archer and the director of Calcutta Institute of Pharmaceutical Technology and Allied Health Sciences, our respected principal sir, to giving us the chance and contributing and cooperating us with all the facilities to organize this program, Pharma Anveshan 2026. Respected our research director, sir, Professor Eni Bhanuji Rao, sir, to be always guiding us with all his guidance and addresses on such beautiful events. I like to have my wholesale gratitude to our speakers for today, who have given us immense knowledge and an insightful journey to all of us, not only students but we, the faculties also. So great thanks to Dr. Shormila Nath Madam and Mr. Shunanda Mojumdar once again. We like to thank the chairperson of both the sections, Professor Shruti Bakshi Madam and Professor Shubhabrata Mojumdar sir, for conducting the scientific sessions. I like to thank all the committee members who have taken hardcore hardships to conduct this event throughout this within this 1 day notice. And the venue committee, I like to highlight Mr. Shubhendu Chana, Mr. Shankar Go, Hospital Committee, Mr. Shamal Kumar Vishwas sir, Mr. Koshik Mohanty, Transport, Mrs. Lopamudra Chakraborty Madam and Mr. Arup Chatterjee, Registration Committee, Ms. Shweta Das, Ms. Ankita Boshak and Ms. Aditi Shaw, Media Publishing, who have done a wonderful job to highlight this program and going for live, Mr. Omur Maiti, Ms. Arjuna Ghosh and S.K. Aman Afroz. I thank you all for having a good team, and we could make up this event within a short time period of 2 days notice. Finally, I like to thank all my beloved faculty members and respected faculty members who have gathered here, leading all the important work of QCI and PCI to give their time here, and the technicians, attendants who has continuously worked through since morning.
Last but not the least, my beloved students, once again of the CIPP family. Thank you all for coming here and making this a grand success. A big clap for all of you. Finally, we like to end this session as per with the national anthem. So we should all stand up, and I will ask the team to please play the national anthem. Are we all go for the national anthem?
जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गावे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. We can discuss for the lunch. For the students, you can discuss for home because classes will be suspended for the second half of today because of people. So you have some road traffic, so you can leave for free. Students, I think you got it clear, right? Please, you must have a strong response for this. Classes will not happen. We will see you on Monday.
Same topic. I'm posting the
Production houses or any companies which are manufacturing aeronautical parts regarding any aircraft or any fighter. So